NAA, knowing the area of vulnerability that could cause a family financial hardship and possibly even the loss of their home, put together a wish list for a new product. They wanted a new product that could cover the entire spectrum of a typical family's needs. Armed with their wish list, they approached numerous companies and requested the following. They wanted them to provide a 30-year level term product, provide accidental death and dismemberment, disability coverage, critical illness both lump sum and on a monthly payment basis, waiver of premium for disability, and also waiver of premium for unemployment, a return of premium or living benefit feature, and they wanted all this on a simplified issue, non-medical basis. Of course, NAA wanted the product to be proprietary, and if that were not enough, NAA wanted commissions advanced so that if premiums were paid monthly, agents could receive an annualized commission. Two great names stepped forward to answer the call and provide NAA with the proprietary package they wanted. Old Mutual, a 190-year-old company based out of England with worldwide operations, and Foresters, a 130-year-old Canadian company. Foresters is a fraternal company that sponsors the Children's Miracle Network. Last year they spread $50 million among 107 children's hospitals. They too exude the spirit of helping families. Both companies are A-rated. The origins of Americans for the Family dates back to 1983. The company officially began in the spring of 2003, and by the end of 2003 they were processing 800 applications per week. At the end of 2006, the number of applications per week had ballooned up to 2,975, with annual sales of $118 million. At the end of 2007, weekly applications had increased to over 3,500, and at this point, NAA was the largest single producer of business for both Old Mutual and Foresters, and taxing them to keep up. No insurance company in America processed that many applications per week. If NAA were its own insurance company, it would be the largest processor of business in the United States and growing. In August of 2007, NAA was the fastest growing company in America, and by examining this chart, you can see why. In 2007, the sales goal was $250 million. It did not happen. It should have happened, and the only reason it did not happen was there were not enough agents to handle the company's inquiries. More NAA representatives are needed, and the opportunity for these new reps is enormous. Next, let's look at the earnings of the existing field force so you can get an idea of just how big this opportunity is. NAA gives income rings in recognition of income earned. What you are looking at is a chart of those people who received income rings for their production in 2006. You can see that several people earned over $1 million. At the end of 2007, the number of people making over $1 million had jumped to 8, and Ralph Simpson made over $2 million. The rest moved up as well, and those earning between $100,000 and $200,000 jumped to over 100 people. In fact, per capita, there are more people making over $100,000 with NAA than any other company in America. The numbers for 2008 should rock the record books. This is a team well worth joining. This is another point worth making. This is a 12-month business. There are many who believe you can't make money in December. You got to make your money by Thanksgiving. Here's a chart that shows income earned by NAA reps in December 2006. It looks like a lot of people made a lot of money. Lucky Wilson made over $60,000. 58 people earned more than $20,000, and down at 165 on the rankings, Annette Hayward made over $13,500. She was pretty happy as well. If you want it to be, this is a 12-month business. Obviously, NAA's marketing system has worked well. Last year, it provided more inquiries than the field force could handle. With the dramatic increase in marketing ready to occur in 2008, imagine the opportunities that lie ahead for both new and existing NAA representatives. In 2007, through ProData Research, owned by NAA, NAA mailed 1.8 million homeowners weekly. For the most part, the target market was families who refinanced or purchased a home within the last 18 months. The result of these mailings is high-quality responses. So what makes a high-quality response? And why do we not call it a lead? The answer is we believe the response is beyond the lead. It is an invitation from the responder. We consider a high-quality response to be one in which the responder has taken the time to provide the name of his or her mortgage company, the amount of their mortgage, date of birth, height, weight, whether or not they are a smoker, and then give us multiple phone numbers, including their unpublished cell number and the best time to call, and that someone should please do that. For example, this individual did just that. She filled in date of birth, height, weight, and whether or not she was a smoker. You'll also know something else about this person. She believes there is room in her budget for this protection. By contrast, the type of person who is overloaded with credit card debt and stretched beyond their means with other obligations is rarely a responder. Responders are seriously interested. This responder was interested in mortgage, life, and disability coverage. The mortgage, life, and disability plan covers a family in several key areas. If the insured dies, the family receives the insurance proceeds, not the bank, and the amount remains level even though the mortgage might have decreased. In the event of disability, payments are made directly to the family. If the insured outlives the elected term, 30 years for example, all premiums are refunded. And although each plan is customized to the applicant, underwriting is done on a simplified issue, non-medical basis, and 80% of all cases are processed within 7 business days. This makes policy delivery to the insured faster, and faster pay for the agent. All this in a very short period of time. So what's next? A lot more agents are needed, a lot more. In the past, most responses were obtained by mail and targeted at people who refinanced or purchased a home. Next, let's look at what marketing has planned for 2008 and imagine the opportunities that lie ahead for existing and new agents alike. In 2008, marketing takes a giant leap forward. In addition to mortgage protection, NAA plans to expand its successful testing of marriage inquiries, plus births, divorce, yes, that is a market, the web, estate planning, career changes, and the enormously huge and untapped Spanish-speaking market. And if that's not enough, there are plans to go international. Canada may be the first stop. NAA is on its way to being a billion-dollar company and beyond. Those who are involved from this point forward will experience an opportunity that rarely comes along in a lifetime. Think about what extra money could do for you, or what a large income would do. Go ahead and dream. It is encouraged. NAA likes people with vision. Now imagine a business where there is no selling. Think about it this way. A family has invited you to their home, not to sell them, but to explain a plan. The really great salesperson is able to channel those sales skills into explaining features so that a family can select those features that best fit their situation and on a budget they can afford. The representative is only there to explain, provide clarity, and take the order.